What's up, guys? It is August 1st, and I am now heading out of Tucson. So, officially starting the second half of this crazy adventure, this wacky journey. It's been an interesting couple of days. Well, interesting, restful, just kind of getting prepped up. So, we spent an entire day driving from Harper's Ferry over to Nashville, where I had purchased my ticket to fly back to Tucson. I largely use Southwest, so that's one part of the reason why I chose there. I was able to get a cheaper ticket for myself. Actually, I was able to use points that I had from my Southwest card to basically fly for free home to get my car. So that seemed like a no-brainer for me. Also, that's the general region that Larry lives in, and in doing that, it allowed me to ride back with him to his area, and then he was going to drop me at the airport. And that way, he's not doing that huge drive all the way back by himself. We were able to split it up, and it actually felt like it flew by pretty quick. For the most part, it was relatively uneventful. He did have a tire on the van that started. It was close to separating. We were almost to Nashville, and the van started pulling, and the wheel was kind of shaking a bit. We didn't really know what the heck was going on with it, and neither of us could really figure it out. We even stopped, and he looked at all the tires, and everything was ostensibly okay, but then we got in, and he just went ahead and took it to a Firestone, and they looked at it, and they were like, "Oh, nah, bro, this thing's about to fall apart." So they slapped some new shoes on it, and we were good to go. So I flew back, got into Tucson, actually pretty late that day. I was supposed to be getting in mid-afternoon, and I was going to have some time to just quickly kind of pack everything up and then try and be out the next morning. I was kind of shooting for a real quick turnover, but there was a pothole in the runway at Hobby International Airport in Houston, where I was connecting. So we got in kind of right under the buzzer before they shut the whole airport down, and they were rerouting people to Dallas and then to wherever they were going. I don't even want to think about how much quicker or more aggravating that may have been, but I was in Houston and was standing in line. I was in line ready to get on the airplane. and all of a sudden they come over the intercom, and they're like, yes, we are currently going to be closing all gates and shutting down the runway, and so enjoy all of our delicious airport food for the next at least hour. We're like, all right, well, we got an hour, no big deal. I put some tunes on, and I was actually maybe I'll just grab a quick bite to eat. So I hop over to grab some Chinese food, and while I'm in line for the Chinese food, they upped it to 2 hours minimum. And at this point, they still hadn't said what it was. And shortly thereafter, though, I was sitting eating my Chinese food, patiently awaiting my board time, whenever that might be, and hoping it was going to be that day. And I got a message from my stepmom, and she was she showed me an article that she found, and it was good, and basically that they needed runway maintenance, and they had a picture of this pothole, and so it ended up being I think total, maybe like just under 3 hours that we were there at the airport before we were actually able to get in the air, because it was like right about 4 o'clock local, and whenever they shut us down, and then it was like about 6:30 when they got us in line to start boarding, and we were in the air shortly after 7. So not terrible. When I got back to Tucson, I started getting all my stuff together, which was pretty easy. I have so much outdoor gear that I was able to just kind of start making some like quick, broad spectrum choices for this leg, making sure that I'm still bringing my hammock, but get my tent for places where I might not be able to hammock, so I have that flexibility. A lot of extra clothes, because I've like not been showering and stuff, for days on end. And I mean, not that might not continue to happen. I don't know. If I'm in the backcountry or something, I'm not going to be showering. But I'll have like clean clothes, and I won't be wearing like the same funky stuff. Also, got my orienteering equipment, so I'm ready for those events that are coming up, the first one of which is in a couple of days, so that's pretty cool. The real big hitch that came up, because there's always something, was my car battery was dead. While I was out in Virginia, not that it wasn't hot there, but we had some like pretty serious heat waves here in Arizona, and my cheap old battery I had in my car, it's already been going probably 3 or 4 years longer than it should have. I'm very proud of that. But it finally gave up the ghost, and I probably could have charged it up or something, just got a jump, and it probably would have been okay for a little while. But I just got a new battery. I'm like, if I'm going to be driving thousands of miles, I might as well just have a new battery in the old whip and keep her cracking. And so I did that, and I needed a new air filter, because you got to change air filters like every 5 minutes in the desert. So I just went ahead and did that as well. Nice little 1-2 punch. I was actually pretty proud this morning. I cranked her up, and she was a little rough just because she'd been sitting. And with our, with our temperature changes, plus with all the rain from like monsoon season, there was naturally some condensation in the gas tank. But we puttered and sputtered that out, and now she's running like a champ. So feeling pretty good about getting this start in that sense. One other thing, I know this is a long-winded catch-up, right? But it's been a few days, So I'm going to show you my last thing here. I got, actually, you know what? I'm going to bring you with me for a second. Whoops, I know that's jarring. Mountain. Ooh. Tell me that's not awesome. That's Picacho Peak, baby. Picacho Peak, you can go right up to the top. And there's some chains and stuff. So you climb all the way to the top. They say you need like gloves. I actually am embarrassed to admit that I haven't done it yet, but that's gonna change. Oh yeah. The other thing that I wanted to show and talk about is I got a new camera. This is the DJI Osmo Action 3. And I'm going to be using that to kind of up my game a little bit. And it is pretty phenomenal. I'm not using it right now. I'm still using my phone for the moment. I was looking for an SD card for it at my house. I couldn't really get around to get stuff yesterday, like, because my car was dead, and everybody who would have been giving me rides were at work. So what are you gonna do about that, right? You know. Big thanks to my friend Alicia for carting me around. She's been watching my place, and the last couple of days she gave me rides around to do stuff, and I appreciate that. She came pick me up from the airport and stuff. But anyways, the camera is gonna allow me to get much better footage for some of this stuff. I think it might be like I'll have to see how it pans out. I feel like I've gotten decent with using the phone in that sense, but I think this camera is gonna just capture better quality, and you know, like for both the video and the audio. It's going to definitely allow me to be able to do some of the outdoor shooting a lot better. It's got built-in stabilization, so I'm going to be able to not just like do like hiking segments a lot smoother, but it's also going to allow me to do my orienteering stuff where I'm running and get much smoother footage that way as well. It's got basic stabilization in it that, you know, just kind of smooths it out but still has some bump. The other thing that's really wild is it also has horizon stabilization. So for the most part, like, no matter even which way the camera is like this and stuff, it'll just be nice and like steady, like right through. So I'm excited to be able to bring some of that into this and get some good footage with that. Start playing with it. I watched a lot of videos and like read some manuals, and so I think I have a good grip on it. But again, like I was saying earlier, I don't have an SD card, so I'm gonna have to like one of my errands for the day is going to be getting an SD card for that. It came with 2 batteries, so as it stands right now, I can shoot like 4K footage at like, you know, 120 frames, and I can do that solid probably with my 2 batteries 4 or 5 hours, I think. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it all together, but who cares, right? I mean, like, this, at the end, it's going to be movie magic as far as, like, you know, the stuff that I shoot with my phone, the stuff that I shoot with the camera. I think ultimately, when it comes to that, I guess I'm asking for a little bit of patience in case some things look really busted, you know? I mean, like, that's always a possibility. But we'll get through it. If it's a little, I preview a lot of stuff, so hopefully it won't be too funky. But if it is, hey, we'll see it all together in post, and then we'll get through it. All right. Well, that was a long ramble about those things. Let me just do a quick synopsis. Very quick synopsis of which is, I don't know. My goal right now is to get up to like the Tahoe area for basically Saturday for some orienteering. I got 2 days of orienteering events, which is great because that's going to allow me some time to explore the area as well. And that gives me a couple of days to get up there. So my original plan had been to hit Joshua Tree today, camp out there, and then maybe hit somewhere after that up towards like Sequoia, maybe this weekend, somewhere up in the national forests up there, maybe in Stanislaus or something. And but like be working my way up through those parks up through the Sierra. So I'm not really sure. I'm gonna feel it out, and we'll figure it out together. That's just, okay. So what might happen is, since this video is already, this is like 16 minutes of me explaining stuff, I think probably what I'll do is I'm gonna split this up. So you'll get this one, and then I'll work to make another video that's gonna be strictly for, I don't know, stuff happening today. So it might be a little bit shorter. I don't know. We'll see. But in any case, it's awesome to be back out. I had a great couple of days. Like 1 day off, really. 1 day chilling in Tucson, getting to see a couple of folks while I was passing through. Again, with the car being dead, not getting to see everybody I wanted to, but that's how it goes sometimes. And yeah, here we go. Round 2, baby. We in it now. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap on this. I love you guys. Peace out from the car cam. And I'll catch you later on doing stuff today. Cheers.